5, Lockport. I'm here on behalf of the Lockport Special Olympics Club, which I don't know why they're considered a club when I think they should be considered a sport, but we'll get into that. They have asked me to come and speak on their behalf for a couple of reasons. One, they've tried to contact the high school themselves and they haven't received any answers. Two, they know I won't give up until something's done, so you might want to make note of that. And three, I'm going to use a quote that I actually read in a newspaper article. I'm actually here to do this for the kids. I know that you said earlier that you're not allowed to respond to a few of my questions, so I don't know if you want to get your pens and paper out and jot these down so for next meeting you can have the answers for me. Why is it that the Special Olympics Club is actually considered a club and not a sport? I mean, they play the same sports as every other kid here. They want to win like every other kid. They want to make their parents and school proud. And they all want to wear that Lockport Porters jersey with the number on the back that these football players and other baseball, basketball players wear as well. Which would bring me to my next question is, how is it that we had it in the budget to buy 50+ football jerseys for the seniors, but yet we didn't have any money to give these kids on this Special Olympics club? Well, I'm not going to say club, I'm going to say team, because that's what they really are. We don't have any money to buy the uniforms or warm-ups. It's kind of depressing. In fact, I'm going to read you an email, and I've received several emails from these parents, but I'm going to read this one because I was kind of hoping this one would put a little spark in your ends like it did mine. Dear Christina, please help us. There are 20 to 25 special education students who participate in the Special Olympics in the fall basketball season and the spring track and field season. There are regional competitions, Region 7, for both seasons, and if you get gold, you go to Regions, which gets you to state competition. The coaches for these teams are Mr. Patrick Wolf and Kelly Urbanski, who work for the Lockport Academy. The special ed teams are not recognized by the school as a varsity sport. For basketball, there is 1 to 2 months of practice before a 5 to 10 game spring schedule from January to March. Track and field is even a shorter season. The 1 day a week practices are for a couple hours at Lockport Central Little Gym, which is not adequate for 25 kids. But it is all that you guys have offered them. Actually, last week, they were told that they could not use the Lockport Central main gym for their time slot from 7:30 to 9. Yet, when we drove by the other day, there was nobody in the gym and the lights were off. It would also be nice to allow them to practice on the indoor track in the spring at LTHS than rather outside in the central parking lot, which I think is really rude and disgraceful. Last year, this is what really got me, so I apologize if I get a little emotional on this one. Last year for the basketball games and track and field, the children for LTHS were wearing jeans, sweatpants, and their gym shorts with donated maroon t-shirts, while the other teams typically had all nice matching shirts and basketball shorts, along with coordinating warm-ups. This child, Christian, won regionals last spring. He competed in the Special Olympics track and field scene championships at the State of Illinois University. Other teams from across the state were laughing at him and the other LTHS competitors' uniforms. The parents' heart was broken, and so was mine. This is an embarrassment to the kids and the parents who have tried to console their children on why they're being left out of the money pool from LTHS. The school found a way to provide special gold football jerseys for the senior night game for 50+ players, yet have no excuse for these kids. This paradigm must stop. I guess my last question to you is, what are we going to do to even out this budget so these kids are treated fairly and recognized as a sport and not a club? And to be honest, I don't want to hear that you're going to raise my taxes to do this. They should all be treated equal and fairly. Thank you.